Hi everybody, Kevin Harnett coming to you this time from Kitchen Studio, where we have another great edition of Secrets of Louisville Chefs.
Most people never think about this.
What a great secret that is.
Today, the top chef at Churchill Downs is with us, revealing his secrets so you can make a meal fit for Millionaires Row at home.
This is a true grit. They're not the only thing cheesy on the stage either.
It's as Kentucky as it comes, with slow-cooked pork shank, smoked grits, and Kentucky-grown vegetables.
When you talk Derby, you got to talk about juleps.
Plus, Tim Laird is turning the mint julep into a drink everybody will love. It's a Kentucky Derby edition of Secrets of Louisville Chefs, and it's coming up next. Hi everybody and welcome to Secrets of Louisville Chefs. I'm among a great studio audience here who, along with you, are in for a great treat today. We are talking Derby, and this time here in Kitchen Studio, there's a good reason to be excited. We're turning our kitchen studio into Millionaires Row. Churchill Downs executive chef Dave Danielson is with us, ready to serve some of the same food the celebrities will be eating on Derby weekend. Classic Kentucky fare that's easy to do yourself when you learn the secrets. Plus, are you one of many who say you don't like the mint julep? Well, you haven't had one of these. It's Tim Laird's peach julep, and we're going to turn anyone into a julep lover. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you say we get our show started? Meet my co-host, Tim Laird.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Tim.
Oh, what a great audience.
Oh,
Look at that.
they're hungry,
They are hungry.
and we're about to have a lot of fun today.
That's right. They're at the gate. We're almost off,
And-
right?
Yeah, exactly. And any time is Derby time here in the Derby City.
It really is, absolutely, and we're going to find some great secrets. Actually, what they serve on Millionaires Row, if you pay attention, you can do this at home.
It's going to be easy to do. You all are going to learn the secrets, and so are you. So, Tim, what do you say we get started?
Let's get going out of the gates. All right, everybody, it's a great day to be in Kitchen Studio because we have one of our favorite chefs. He's incredible. He's amazing. We're so glad that he's here, and he cooks for thousands of people. Here he is, executive chef from Churchill Downs, Dave Danielson. Hello, chef.
How we doing?
Good, man.
Good to see you.
Hello,
Good
my
to see you,
friend.
buddy.
Nice to see you.
Well, thanks for having me here today.
Hey, we're always happy to have you, and I'll tell you, how many do you cook for? I mean, in a Derby week? I mean, it's got to be
thousands and thousands of people. We have about 400,000 people come through
400,000
that week. Obviously, Oaks and Derby Day are the two big ones.
And I was telling the audience earlier that Kevin and I get nervous when we have 4 to 6 people over for dinner. Right. You've got 400,000 people, but you have extra help though. Too.
I got a great team behind me. I couldn't do it without them.
It's
So.
everything from hot dogs to some of the most prestigious food you could ever taste, too. It's
Absolutely.
a wide range.
We do everything from the bricks, the infield, all the people who are down there, all the way up through Millionaires Row.
Chef, what are we going to do today? This looks fun.
So today we got a lot of great dishes. So one of the things that happens, when we start writing the menus for the Derby, we really feel like it's a great way to showcase the city, showcase a lot of the local products that we're serving here.
That's great.
We have created a little thing called Southern Antipasti. So when you come in, some of the premium areas, Millionaires Row, Sky Terraces, this is kind of how we start off. I got a couple things going. The first salad we're going to make here is a farro. For those of you who are not familiar with that, farro is a grain. So I start off, I've got a little bit of water we're getting ready to go. We're going to put a little bit of salt in there just because we want a little bit of flavor in there. It's easy to start that off. I'm going to put about a cup or so in here. Unlike rice, you really don't have to measure this out because what we're really doing is bringing this to a boil, letting it cook. This farro takes about 20, 25 minutes. You're going to watch it. What we want to end up with is just kind of really nice, soft. It's got a little more texture than a rice or something like that, but that's what we're looking for. Well, while we get that going, I want to jump over here to another dish we're doing real quick.
Okay.
So we've just got some baby carrots here, okay? And these are charred carrots. So what we've done is we've taken these carrots, a little bit of melted butter, some salt, some pepper. We threw them on a half sheet pan. We threw them in the oven. We roasted them for about 20 minutes or so. And then when they were really kind of nice and cooked, I turned on the broiler, put them back underneath that broiler and put some char on them.
Yeah, and it kind of caramelizes because there's some sweetness in those carrots too, right?
Absolutely.
And that brings out the sweetness and.
And one of the reasons we do that is, when you put it in the water and you boil it, you're really taking that flavor out. When we take them and put them in the oven, you're kind of, all those sugars, everything really stays in there, and it intensifies that flavor. So I just cut these up. Some carrots that we've taken, blanched, oven roasted, charred. And then we've got some great local honey here. This comes from Dayspring Farms, and this is a wildflower honey.
Oh, that's nice. And you know what they say too is that if you have allergies, if you eat the local
That's
honey,
right.
it helps you get over some of those allergies.
That's right.
This is not a medical show, but anyway, so
Hey,
I can't promise
old
that.
wives' tale, right? So really all we're doing is drizzling a little bit of honey,
Beautiful.
a little bit of honey. We're gonna take some of these pistachios, just sprinkle them over the top. And again, one of these things when you're entertaining, we serve 6 different varieties of these kind of antipastis. And this is great for when you're doing a party. These are the kind of dishes you can do ahead. You have all these done. Great flavors, great textures. You've got the sweetness, you've got the carrots, a little bit of crunch from the pistachio.
Great idea.
It's a great way to put out a spread. And then when the people get there, like we're going to do later, you're really concentrating on 1 or 2 dishes. It's easy so you can enjoy your party.
Excellent. What a great
And
tip.
put all this together. So we got the farro going. So once we get to the point where the farro is cooked, what we've done is cook this farro, chilled it down. You can see it's kind of nice and soft. What we're going to do after that
Yeah, it
is-
really fluffs up too. I mean, you start with these little grains and now it's
Exactly.
Nice, big
This
and fluffy.
probably doubles in size.
wow.
So you don't want it, the other thing about this, farros, barleys, wheat berries, these are really very forgiving grains, So even if you overcook them a little bit, they're not falling apart, they're not sticking together like a rice or some of the other things.
So now you've got the farro all
So
cooked
we've got
off.
the
What's
farro.
next?
We're going to add a little bit of this roasted corn. And when we build salads, we're looking at different flavors, different textures. How do we make this really, really interesting, unique?
Tomatoes,
So
right?
we've got some tomatoes, again, we've got some local farms that we deal with. We spend the year working with farms and looking at what people can get
Sure.
for us.
Keeping
And
it
whether
fresh.
it's- I've got a little bit of herb dressing. Again, this is a little sage, rosemary, thyme, some chopped parsley, a little bit of garlic. We're just gonna
Is that an olive oil base? Or
olive oil base,
Okay.
and then this is just a little bit of cider vinegar.
There it is. I'll tell you what, that looks great, Chef.
It looks absolutely delicious. 2 dishes down. We still have pork and grits to come.
We do.
We're going to do that coming up after the commercial break. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Louisville Chefs. I'm Kevin Harned. We've been joined by Dave Danielson from Churchill Downs. Tim Laird is here. You're going to see his cocktail coming up in just a second. But first, let me introduce you to Barbara. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Kevin.
A longtime Louisville resident, a
Yes.
former principal of an elementary school. It's nice to have you in our audience.
Thank you.
And you're a big fan of the Derby City.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Been,
yes.
Been to the Derby more than once.
Oh, yes. I've been all facets.
Yeah. And
everywhere.
you said from the infield on the 100th running to enjoying some of the great food that
Yes.
they have up on the
Ab-
higher levels.
Yes, yes.
Let me have you take a taste of this. This
Okay.
looks great. We had the
It does look good.
the grains that Chef mentioned, along with the heirloom tomatoes, the roasted corn, a little bit of that olive oil dressing with some seasoning to it.
Really good.
Like it? And it looked pretty easy to make,
Excellent.
doesn't it?
Excellent.
Barbara, thanks for taking a
Thank
taste.
you.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you being here.
Thank you.
Great
Hey.
audience. Thanks, Barbara.
Excellent. Thank you, Barbara. By the way, you better behave or I'm going to send you to the principal's office.
Yeah, right?
That's right. Anyway.
My mom was a longtime teacher and my teacher, so I know how that is.
Oh,
Sometimes the teachers are worse than the principals, especially when they're your mother.
Oh, good. I'm sure your mom's going to appreciate that comment. Anyway, Listen, we're
You're
talking
talking
Derby.
Derby.
I'm talking Derby. When you talk Derby, you got to talk about juleps. I mean, that's just the quintessential drink of the Derby. And I'm going to show you a little twist on the mint julep. I've got one that people are going to love.
And
even
you
if
never
don't like it.
travel anywhere without a julep cup
No,
anyway,
I
do
always
you?
have it.
And a
Always have
shaker.
it ready to go with shakers here, and of course I have my bourbon with me at all times. Anyway, in a shaker with ice, I'm going to start out with Old Forester bourbon, and this actually is the official mint julep of Churchill Downs, Old Forester bourbon.
I got to get in on this.
Yeah, sure. Right. Chef knows that. So about 2 ounces of the Old Forester. Well, Chef is here. We want to give him a little taste, so add a little more.
It's still early. We have plenty of time.
That's right. And then to that, I'm going to add mint simple syrup, basically equal parts water, sugar. Boil that down, stir it, take it off the heat, put in 1 part of mint, so it's like a cup. Let it steep like a tea. Take the mint off, and you have this wonderful mint simple syrup. You can actually put it in iced tea if you want for an alcohol-free version. But anyway, I'm only going to use about a ½ ounce of that to 2 ounces of the bourbon. And then the peach. This is peach nectar. You can find it in all the party stores. And I'm going to put about 1 ounce of the peach nectar in there. So it's going to give a kind of a nice flavor combination. And peach and bourbon really is a good combination. They work well together. Chefs talk about the different ingredients that work well. I'm going to give this a good shake. You needed a good shake because the peach nectar is kind of thick, and viscous. So once I give that a good shake, and of course you got to have the crushed ice, part of the mint julep experience, because it is a bourbon-forward drink, and you want the crushed ice to melt a little bit.
Looks
and then
delicious.
The quintessential, you've got to have the mint garnish that goes in there. Boom. So I'll let you have one. Chef, you want to take a taste of this?
Sure I do.
I saved enough for me there. Okay. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
To the Derby.
Cheers.
See how we did? Nice.
It's really good.
How's that?
Well, you know what it tastes like.
Another! Here we go.
Very good.
Oh,
That is good.
isn't that delicious?
Real good.
So even if you don't like a mint julep, there's still you'll love these. This is great for any parties or whatever you're doing at home. So it doesn't have to be just for Derby Day. Right?
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, Chef, we're back in the kitchen. We're cooking with Dave Danielson, executive chef from Churchill Downs, right here.
All right, let's roll. So what we're going to do next, we're going to do a little braised pork shank and some smoked grits. So we got our pot. I start right on here. What I'm going to do is I've got some pork shanks. We're going to season these up. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. So we get these nice and seasoned.
This is going to be a nice hearty dish, too.
Oh, yeah. The other thing is you don't want to do this too far in advance because that salt pulls a lot of the moisture out. So right before you go on, that's when we do this.
And you want that hot, too. I mean,
Hot,
you want that
hot.
sizzling. So you had the oil in there earlier, and
Right.
then it goes in. Then you get that sizzle.
Exactly.
It's what you're doing. That your pan and oil is hot enough, ready to roll.
And the importance of that is what we're trying to achieve is we want to get some caramelization. So the color, that caramelization that happens, that's flavor. So as you're sauteing this, as you're cooking it, whether you're, sauteing or on the grill, you always start off with a hot pan. You get that color, you get that caramelization, and that's where, really a lot of that flavor comes from.
So I can see on both sides, you turn that now, you want both sides to
Right.
get that big caramelization, that nice brown texture in it.
So you can see we've got that color on there.
Yeah.
We're gonna pull these out real quick. And then what we're gonna do is stay right in the same pot and keep rolling. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of onions in here to start sweating some onions.
A little
'Cause
onion.
now we wanna start building on that flavor. So we've got a little bit of garlic, some onions. We're gonna just sweat these down a little bit to get them going.
Oh, God, it smells great. I'll tell you what, onions and garlic together is a great combination.
And then what we're gonna do, once you get that, and again, you're doing these dishes, you could add mushrooms to it. You could add, it's what you've got, it's what's fresh, it's that flavor profile. If you wanna put a little tomato paste in there or tomato product, that's fine. So essentially what we do, we're gonna get this, put the meat back into it. We're gonna add, then I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken stock.
Right
to
in.
this.
That's going to add more flavor as it braises or actually cooks
Exactly,
out.
and that's what gives it the liquid. That liquid in the braising, what you can see is that this pan is made for that. So you see these dimples. What happens is when you put the top on, the liquid, it basically turns into vapor. It comes to the top of the pan. It drips off these back in, and it's that vapors that cook. We're not completely covering up this meat. We just want a little bit in there to give it that moisture. Let the vapor, let everything do its job. We're gonna throw some fresh herbs in here. We're gonna put the top on this. We're gonna throw it back in the oven.
In the oven?
Let it go for about an hour and a half.
We're going to do that in a quick commercial
Great.
break. You're going to see a fast forward of TV. That's the magic coming your way. So when we come back after the break, a completed dish from Chef Dave Danielson. You're watching Secrets of Louisville Chefs, and we'll be right back. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Louisville Chefs. We hope you're enjoying the show. The finish line is in sight.
Right, and we're rounding the bend, heading to the finish line. Chef Dave Danielson from Churchill Downs is showing us everything. It's come together. By the way, so you braised
So
that
it's-
375 for how long?
Yeah, about 375, 400, about an hour and a half or so.
Okay.
For something like this ragu, you really want it just falling apart. So let it sit, come back to room temperature so you can deal with it. Then you're gonna pull all that meat out, take the bones out, take the liquid, combine the two, and what we get is this beautiful ragu.
Wow, like you said, look how soft that looks.
So
and tender.
really, really supple, really, really moist. We're gonna combine the two. So my grits are ready to go here. You can see they've really thickened up, okay? So what we're gonna do, and the great thing about this is when you're using this really high quality of a grit, you don't have to add a ton of ingredients like you normally do. You can use better ingredients and less of them and have a better dish. So we got a little pecorino romano, okay?
See, cheese and grits go together, don't they?
But again, like I say,
But not a lot.
You don't need a ton. This is a really good quality cheese.
Yeah.
These grits have got a lot of flavor to them.
Wow.
They're not the only thing cheesy on the stage.
Yeah,
Kevin, I'm
I'm
watching.
going to show you another secret when you deal with grits.
Wait a minute.
And most people never think about this, but the grits from the corn.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about, in summer you get that really good sweet corn, that great flavor. So what I like to do is just a teeny bit of honey.
Yeah, that's not very much.
Add a little sweetener to
No,
it.
you don't need a lot,
What a
but
great secret that is.
when you're making grits, you throw a little bit of honey
Welcome
in
to
them.
the show.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And it really brings out that corn flavor, a little bit more sweetness. A little
Grits
more.
done right are good. People
Yeah.
that don't like grits probably have had bad grits. That's true.
That's right.
Right?
This is a true grit.
I'm going to
I
serve
knew
this
that
dish because it's going bad, man. All right. Try that out. Let me know what you think.
All right, chef, look at that. Oh, wow.
Better?
Oh, that is better.
Okay. All right,
That
so
is delicious.
here we
That's
go.
awesome, chef.
We've got our dish.
That's really good.
That's really, really good.
We're going to put a little grits in there.
What a nice base that's gonna make. Oh,
All right. And then our ragu. The other thing I love to do.
Oh, yeah, forgot
So you
about
see I've got this cutting board here.
yeah.
If you've got a party of people, what you can do is you bring it out, you put some grits on here in the middle, and you put the ragu down the...
Oh, right on the whole.
Right on the
You
thing.
can serve it right off the cutting board.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do,
Oh, look at that. How tender that is now.
a little bit of the ragu
That pork shank was, just become this beautiful.
right on top.
Gosh, it smells great too. Oh, Kevin, you going in?
We'll hit you with a little bit more of this. All right, there we go, man.
All right.
Like Christmas up
Braised
here.
pork shank with smoked Louisville grits.
Wow, I gotta. Look, it's the triple crown of
There you
spoons
go.
going in. Here we go.
You guys are going to love this.
I tell you what, You know what we say? That is downtown Triple Crown. That is awesome,
That
Chef.
really is good.
Woo! But just quickly, you know, Chef, you've got a great background. We're so lucky to have you here at Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. I mean, you cooked around the world. You've catered for the Olympics for some big-time clients, guys, for some of the finest restaurants. Charlie Trotter's to name one, a couple of big properties, the UN, and we're here now. I'll tell you, here he is, Chef Dave Danielson, a great chef.
A great chef and a good friend to our show, and after one taste of that, we can see why your talents are so well known. So, Chef, thank you for being
Well, thanks for having me. I love coming back with you guys. You do a great job really showcasing the city and what we do, and we appreciate it too. So
A lot of folks will be walking through your
Thanks,
doors over the
everybody.
next few months. So Churchill Downs, if you're there, you're likely going to take a taste of something Chef Dave Danielson and his team has prepared. If you're looking for our recipes, they're online at newlocaltv.com. For Tim Laird, I'm Kevin Harnett, and on behalf of all of us at B&B Productions, we'll see you next time. Bon appetit.